Good evening and welcome. My name is Wazations and we are back in the world of the longing, where for some reason today the recording software has just started working again. No idea why, but it has. At least I think it has. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you what we found yesterday when the recording was not working. Maybe I should try to make this barren place a bit more comfortable. So we found these two rooms. We'll head to this room first, as it is on the way to this room. And I will just talk as we go there. And I will pay that place a visit indeed. One thing we did do was complete the instrument, as we found the final part in the room that we'll visit last. But one thing I will say is that today I've been really quite tired. I even fell asleep for a few hours, which is why this video will be a little bit later than normal, because I fell asleep at my desk. And I'm still half asleep right now. And there's a pretty good chance that I may well... Oh no. Oh, it's me. Pardon that yawn. I was about to say there is a very good chance that I may well fall asleep while recording the episode, or while editing it. Now, if that does happen, I'm not going to remove it from the video, as I don't want this to be a particularly heavily edited series. The only edits I've had so far really are when I messed up the first episode and had to put in the text, and trimming the start and end of silence between starting and ending the video, and altering the audio levels ever so slightly so that the background music is not overpowering. But with that said, we are on our way to the first of the two rooms that we found yesterday. The first of the two rooms that we randomly walked to while I assumed I was recording, and it turned out that I wasn't. It was foolish of me to assume that I was, but hey ho, at least it seems to be working today. Oh no, I very much am yawning. One thing that I still haven't quite figured out is why the time seems to pass quicker. Because we should be on day 7, but we seem to have only got 391 days left and 13 hours, which means I'm missing about 60, well, a day and 16 hours, I think. Not 16, a day and 6 hours, sorry, from when I did the first recording. We should be on 392 and 20 or 19 hours roughly. So clearly there is something that is causing the time to go faster, or we're skipping some time through some bug or other. So that means we're going to be finished with this a little bit sooner than I'd originally anticipated. Which I suppose is not a bad thing necessarily. I'd just like to figure out why. So the room we did find first is a map room of sorts. You'll see what I mean when I get there. And I think it could be useful for trying to find locations. And to be quite honest, today I'm just going to go to the two locations that we found yesterday, then head back home, show you the music, and I don't think I'm going to read any more of Zarathustra today. just purely because I am half asleep already, and I am going to fall. Oh no! Pardon the yawn again. Oh, excuse me. As I was saying, I feel like I'm going to fall asleep if I'm not careful. So this is the first of the two rooms. Oh, excuse me. The yawn has made my eyes water. Just from yawning. Being tired, which is fine. So, as you can see, this does appear to be a bit of a map with what I assumed was this cross area to be where we are right now, with this being the central staircase above the king. These carvings seem to show a rather crude map of the kingdom. It would take some time to decipher it, which is why I partly figured it was a map that we could use. Come on, there we go. So this is the set of stairs that we take once we've left the Chamber of the King. This appears to be a depiction of the Chamber of the King, and I thought it was me going a little bit weird then, but it seems to be zooming out with me staring at it. Wait, hang on. I don't remember it doing this before. I really don't remember it doing what? I'm starting to understand these carvings. Oh. Wait. So wow. This has rendered me a little bit confused, if I'm honest. By the looks of things, it's actually showing us a map of the kingdom. Wow. So this is one of the rooms we found. Wow. I'm genuinely a bit slightly lost for words, if nothing else. Oh no. Okay, let's head to the next location because I don't want to see a full map of the kingdom just yet. That's pretty cool. I will have to give that a proper look next at some point. That has really messed with my brain, as you might be able to tell by the lack of me seemingly being able to talk. Yeah, at some point we'll actually go through that when we've had some more randomized walking. I don't want to completely spoil all of the secrets. I assumed that room was just a rough guide, and by staring at it, it would reveal more information on the actual stone wall itself, rather than actually showing you the full view of the area. That has really confused me. So now we're heading to the second location that we found yesterday when the recording was not recording, which is where we found the final piece of the musical instrument. It was located just over here. We got a pop-up saying something along the lines of, "This is the edge of the kingdom. I shouldn't venture beyond this room, or the king might be unhappy," or something along those lines. So This room has really stumped my brain. So we'll head back there quickly. I say quickly, I mean relatively quickly. And I'll just quickly run down where I believe each location is on that wall. It occurs to me I may have been recording something additional. 2 seconds. So, after a quick check, it seems that I do have the correct recording. It's just recording it in a little bit of a strange location. But anyway, let's bypass that. Let's see if anything has changed there. Sure. This whole recording business has seemingly frazzled my brain whilst I'm already half asleep. So, yeah, I think we are going to head back down to our comfortable room. But yes, just a quick thing. That, I believe, is where we are right now. Over to the right, roughly, is where the mattock will be. That is the hall where we first went off to the triple, dark, lonely passageways. The stained glass window type things, the gold treasure hoard, the king's room, and the stairs above the king, which means we have a few things we can still find around these lower areas. With that in mind, we're going to head home to sit on the armchair again, because my brain is just not with it today. Yeah, and I will have to come back here at some point, and we will have to view the kingdom map at some point, as that will provide, that will prove to be fairly interesting. I'm going to have to do a little tiny amount of editing to stitch that together, and hopefully this will mark the end of the issues with the recording. My voice, I've just realised it went and is going fairly crackly, which I think is in part due to my tiredness, which I am sorry if it is not the nicest thing to listen to right now. But who knows, maybe it'll send everyone to sleep even more so than it normally does, which might prove wanted, shall we say. But anyway, let's head back down through the chamber of the sleeping king, all alone. And I will show you what happens with the instrument. The echo of empty halls. Oh no, the sleeping king with the faint grumble of the snore just made me yawn, which was not entirely helpful. Either way, at least I'm glad that the recording software is recording properly once again. Well, semi-properly. It seems to be putting it in the wrong place, but at least I'm getting the recording where it puts it is here nor there. Well, technically it's not here, it's there. Har har. So let's head back to our little cave where we can pass the time peacefully and quietly. Hang on. Speaking of passing the time, watch. 5, 3, 2, 0. 6, 4, 3, 1, 0. So we seem to actually be passing an extra second every now and then. Every other second seems to pass 2 seconds. That would explain why we seem to be losing days. Huh. So, as far as the music, another symphony for the ages. I don't see, it's doing a different pitch. I don't really understand how the music works. However, now that I have noticed that the time is moving quicker when we're in our room, that explains why. Since this place is getting more homey, I feel like the time is going faster. I wonder if it goes faster out here. Because then we have a decision to make. Do we prolong the amount of time it takes by staying outside of our little room when we're not playing to preserve the playtime, or do we try and see if we can keep it going faster and skip through? Let's try the skip through method, because this appears to be going 1 second at a time while not in our home. So let's go and sit and read and have a look at our thoughts, see if we've had any updated thoughts now that the time is going faster. Let's read a book of our thoughts and let's see. I've seen a lot of places but not everything. There is a secret library somewhere in the kingdom. I could use some more books, so I'd very much like to find it. I really need to read more. I'm sure we've read that was there already, but I don't remember it. But I'm pretty sure it was there already. My home is not comfortable enough for this long wait. That is fine. Yeah, I don't think I'd really like to converse with someone, anyone. Very lonely down here. From time to time it would be nice to see another pair of eyes. Well, it's a good idea to collect my thoughts in a book. I still have several things troubling my mind that I could try to figure out. Yes, we are going to try and make our way through that list. But for now, we're going to sit in our chair and sit and stare, and watch as the time passes by idly. That would entirely explain why we are losing time. Or gaining time? A differing amount of time is passing to what I originally thought. But that would entirely explain why. But for now, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me. We're going to end the episode there. I'm going to get this edited and then uploaded, and then probably go to bed. Even though it's not that late, I'm just tired. But thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.